Let's get started.
Okay.
So I was going through your resume and you mentioned something in the top mat as well. So you are looking something need to improve your skills. So can you please tell me what exactly you are looking right now?
Like in currently I'm looking for Angular developer jobs. So here any drawbacks? I want to learn something, some more subject related to Angular. How much I learn? I want to test myself because of that I joined.
Okay. So and what about JavaScript? So are you good with JavaScript as well?
Yes.
Okay.
JavaScript. Currently, we are using ES 6th version. It is if we want to write any dynamic web pages, we
Hmm.
will proceed with the JavaScript.
Okay. Okay. So we'll start with we'll try to do with Angular first, then we'll move to JavaScript at the end. Is it fine?
Okay. Yes.
Okay. So what version you're working with Angular now?
10th version.
10th.
Yes.
Okay. And what is the latest version?
I think 16th version is latest.
Okay. And what are the things are in play introduced in the 16th?
16th version, I think it will without rerun that compilation, it will automatically run that thing. They introduced in ES
So
16.
browser don't need to reload.
Not required.
Are you sure?
Yes, I am sure. I think. Actually, I am not checking it, but I listen somewhere.
Okay. Read about latest version of Angular. So yeah, and in the 15 they have introduced standalone components. Have you heard about it?
Not much.
Okay. So read about that as well.
Okay.
Okay. So okay. So one thing, when you create a component, okay, suppose you write ng generate component and component is a info component. Okay. So
Yes.
once you create a component, that app is getting added, correct? App info, hyphen info. So from where that app getting added, do you know?
It's in selector, it will add.
Yep.
In
No,
component
wait.
of PS.
Yep, that is correct. In the selector, it will add app hyphen info, correct? In the selector, correct?
Yes.
Yep. So now I am saying in the selector as well, from where it appends that app in your component that I'm asking. Even if you are not giving app, you are giving only info, correct? But still it is adding somewhere app hyphen. So do you know how it is adding?
In module.ts file, it will automatically take.
No, you did not get my question. The component name
Yeah, I
getting
got it.
that I'm asking. So how that selector name getting changed? App hyphen info that I'm asking.
I'm not
Okay.
sure.
Yeah, it is part of the Angular.json. Wait, one more question. So when you do ng build and ng serve, what is the difference between both?
Okay, ng serve is a runtime compilation. ng build when we want to send our code to production. So at that time, we will do this ng build. It will create
Okay.
one dist folder. This dist folder we can send.
Okay. And how the ng build works, do you know? Means when you type ng
It will.
build, so how it will know that? So I need to bundle now. I need to runtime now. So do you know how it works? Means how it does?
In Angular.json file, we have this and whatever running commands, everything is available. Based on this, it will do the process.
Okay. And if you want to change that dist directory to something project name or something, so how can I do that?
We can directly by manual way we can do, but I did not try that thing.
No, there is an option output directory in angular.json. If you update that
Okay.
this to your whatever project name, it will create that folder while doing ng build.
Okay.
Okay, check your angular.json file once. What are the things over there and all. So, for your Angular application, what framework you are using for CSS?
SCSS. Yes.
Yeah, that is correct. But are you using Bootstrap, Angular Material? That I'm asking.
Bootstrap only, but inbuilt functionalities in my company related things we are using. Here, if we want to apply any responsive way, we will approach Bootstrap.
Okay, okay. So now you have one application, you want to implement the Bootstrap functionality over here, correct? So you are doing npm install Bootstrap. Okay, so what are the steps you need to follow to use the CSS of Bootstrap? Do you need to give the reference somewhere in the code to refer the
Yeah,
Bootstrap?
yeah, we can pass CDN links in index.html file. By using these links, we can
Are you sure?
if we
Are you
yes,
sure? Do we really use?
if we
No, no, no. Do we really use CDN URLs now in our code?
Yeah, I did that one only. The three links, like we have CDN links, three links is available like jQuery, Popper JS, and JavaScript related. These links provided by CDN. These links we can place in
Then,
index.html
okay.
file.
Okay. So then what is the use of npm install Bootstrap?
Without these lines we can do like installation two ways we can do either to get the CDN links or else we can install directly.
Yeah. So now I'm asking about directly. If I do npm install and Bootstrap, okay, without CDN, if I do that. So now I want to use the Bootstrap styling in my code. So what I need to do, that I'm asking.
In note that if we did that npm install, it will automatically generate that node folders. It will generate that bootstrap, and we can directly apply whatever classes.
Read about it. The way you are writing in the CDN, it is referring the your classes and all. But in your code, you need to import somewhere that then only you are able to access. Okay. Probably you
Yeah,
need to
in
check.
Angular, the JSON file, I think we import
Yeah,
the
that is what I'm
related.
asking. That is what I'm asking. Okay, there is a already src styles.scss. Over there, you need to add your bootstrap styling as well. Correct? Okay. So have you heard about lazy loading and preloading?
Yes,
So
in generally
wait. I'm not asking about lazy loading. I'm asking preloading. Preloading.
preloading means normal routing we
No,
can consider as preloading.
that is eager loading.
Okay. I
Preloading
think
is the kind of
resolve.
no. It is kind of the concept of both. It is the combination of lazy loading and the preloading.
Okay. Not sure
Yeah.
about.
Note down the questions, whatever I'm asking you, so it will help you to uh,
Okay.
later. Correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So between ng on init and constructor.
Okay. These ng on init is a lifecycle hook and constructor is a type of class. Whenever we load any Angular related project, first it will load constructor. After that, these lifecycle hooks will be generated. Ng on in coming to ng on init, it will use it to like initialization and retrieving the data from database. These purposes we will use this ng on init. And constructor is a type of class like if we assign any like services, if dependency injection, if we assign any value to the particular variable by using this constructor, we can handle that library related things.
Okay. So suppose you have one route and you are passing some ID to your route. Now you want to get that ID from the route. So how can I do that?
Based on like route navigate and router link.
A router dot parameters. Okay, we are passing some
Yes,
parameter, correct? So with it we can access.
yes.
Okay. Okay. So what are the types of forms we have in Angular?
We had two types of forms,
Mm-hmm.
like reactive forms and template driven forms.
Okay. So what is the best one? Which one is the referred to
Uh,
use?
I think reactive forms is the best one to write large applications because all the inbuilt code will be, we can write all the logic in TS file by using these reactive forms. Apart from if we apply any smaller kind of code, we will approach these template driven forms.
Okay. So what is form control in the reactive form?
Okay, farm control, it will grab the like element related data, it will grab. Like if we write inside input type this farm control, that input
Hmm.
related data it will.
Okay. And what is form group?
Farm group, if we have multiple elements, it will grab all the elements data. It will consider as container
Hmm.
type.
Okay. So form group will be having all the form controls, whatever you have in the form, correct?
Yes.
Yep. Okay. So and what is the validators in the reactive forms?
Validate if we apply any law or conditional base, like for example, if I want to apply this password is incorrect, this name is incorrect, you must
Hmm.
use like numeric type. If we want to like apply this kind of validations, we will follow this
Okay.
validator.
Incorrect means required, correct? Or something else. Incorrect.
Yes.
Okay.
Incorrect means, yes,
Yep, correct.
required.
Required, not the incorrect. Okay. So suppose I have an input box and that should have age. Age input box I have. Okay. And I don't want to user to input less than 0 and greater than 100 because average age of the person or human is not more than 100, correct? So I want to restrict the user. So how can I do this?
Uh, Firstly, we can validators dot required we can give. After
Mhm.
that, we can apply these conditions that is less than 0. Between these, we can
No, where
write.
where you will add this condition?
When we click on submit, na, the data will come, will
So
grab, right?
have you heard about validators or mix max length and min length?
Min length, max length, also we can.
Okay. Okay. So now suppose I have one form, first name, last name, and address. Okay. And I got some information related to first name and last name. Okay. And I want to add that value to the control. So how can I do this?
Uh, can you repeat the question?
Okay. So suppose I have one form. Okay. First name, last name, and address. Okay.
Mhm.
Now I got some information from the backend, which I have already added first name and last name. Now I want to show that two values to the my form in the controls. So how can I do this?
For showing, we can use the string interpolation.
No, I'm saying
Okay, yeah.
about form control.
Form control.
See, wait. So we have methods of the form, set value and patch value.
Yes.
Okay, so those things we can use. So do you know about it?
Yeah, set value, it will update all the data
Hmm.
related. A
Hmm.
patch value, it will require that particular like element, it will update.
Yeah, so that is why I'm asking. If I don't have address and I want to append some values to the form, so in that case, we can't use set
Patch.
values. So we use
Uh,
only the set value. Okay. Okay. Yep. So, okay, we'll move to the next question. Okay, so have you heard about AOT compilation?
Yes, AOT means ahead of time compilation. When we do build in time, we can approach this AOT compilation.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what version you're working with Angular now? 10.
10th version.
Okay, okay. Yep, that's fine. Okay. So what are the directives in Angular?
We have four types of directives: component directives, custom directives, structural directives, attribute directives. Component directives we can create either manual way or by using command like ng generate component name.
Mm-hmm.
Custom directives, if we want to apply any hover related things, we can use this type of custom directives by using command ng generate directive name. It will generate some other directive folder. And the structural directive, we can change the structure of our DOM element. Like here we have ng if, ng for,
Mm.
and ng which is there. Ng if is used for conditional purpose. Ng for is used for repetition purpose. And ng switch, if we have multiple cases, we will approach this ng switch. And attribute directive, if we change any visibility like appearance of our DOM, we can approach this attribute directive.
Okay.
Here we have ng class and ng switch and ng model available.
Okay. So what is host binding and host listener?
Host listener, if we want to listen, this is the inside custom directive, we can use this host listener. If we want to listen any event related, we can approach this host listener like click event, blur, hover event, this type
Mm-hmm.
method, host method, right? host me- Host listener, host listener, second one is
Okay. Read about this more bit.
oh,
Okay. So what is dependency injection in Angular?
okay. Dependency injection is a class can receive all the dependencies from another class. Means inside, if I want to use one service file to some other any component, we can, for example, this service file name we can assign inside the constructor to one variable. By using that variable, we can use inside the service methods anything. This is the concept of dependency.
Okay. Okay. So have you heard about environment.ts files we have, correct, in our code? So what is the use of that?
Environment.ts, uh, not sure.
Okay. So you added hands-on experience in debugging the different higher environments on the local.
Yes.
So, but the environments from how that environments works for you.
Okay. Environment. Okay, got it. Like here now we have, for example, prod environment, RM environment. These all your higher environments. First, we will do our locally. We can write every code, each and everything. After that, we can send that code to production. After that, we can send to client. Means we can check all the for better filter. We can send to client. So if any data, some of the scenarios in production that issue came in local, it is not came at that time. We will approach this
Okay.
higher. We can debug that particular environment only.
Okay. So,
To find.
okay, read about that. So how to generate the configurations related files on the in different environments, because every environments have the different URL, correct?
Yes.
So how that configuration happens, then how can you create a environment specific bundle files? So you write ng build, correct? But what environment you are creating that ng build? So that is also one thing over there. Okay. Okay. So we'll move to JavaScript, correct? We'll see some. Small question related to, I think you are good in the Angular. Just read about the concept of what I asked you to read. Okay.
Oh,
Yep. Okay. So, okay. So what is latent const?
latent const is a variable declarations. We will use this latent const. It is a ES 6th version newly introduced,
Mm-hmm.
and latent const is both a block scope. Let we can reassign the value, but that variable name we cannot reassign. It will give error. Const, if we once we assign any value, we can't change or edit that value in const.
Okay. And what is the problem with var keyword?
We can use for example where a equal to 5. Again
Hmm.
I assign where a equal to 6. It will take, I mean, there is no error, it will display.
Hmm. Yep.
This is one of the drawback. And before value assign also, if we grab that value, it will give undefined value, like a hosting concept coming here. This is the one of the drawback. And one more, um, it is like functional scope. We can access entire function,
Okay.
that particular value.
Correct. I'm pasting a small code in the chat. Can you please tell me what would be the output of it?
Okay.
So, yep.
1 2 it will give, because here plus operator we are using. Inside
Mm-hmm.
plus we are passing a as number, 2
Hmm.
as the string. So concatenation it will apply. So 1 2 it will display.
Okay. And if I do -2, then
Minus 1 it will give, because like minus 1 it will automatically convert that particular type in JavaScript. We have that feature, but only plus operator concatenation it will do.
see, if you are putting in the double quote -2, then it will again concat. Just a minute, I'm pasting you again. Now tell me output.
Inside quotes.
Yep.
Okay.
And the previous answer you given, this is the one.
Okay, fine. Inside it will also take
String. Yeah, it is
yes.
kind of the string. Yep. Okay. So this is the unary operator actually. While you are adding something before your string or something, so it is defined as a unary operator. Correct. Okay.
Yes.
So what is this in JavaScript?
This is referred to current object. If
Mm-hmm.
we want to access any, for example, inside one object, I assign one name equal to some Datri. If we can access that name inside the function, like that, we can by using this keyword.
Okay. And what is difference between normal function and the arrow function?
Normal function can we can ask firstly syntax. It is completely different. In normal function we can declare as a function name. We can call that braces. We can call that function name in above or below, like anywhere we can call. Before assigning, before declaring that function also we can call in normal function. But in arrow function we can use arrow single line. We can write any code. Here we no need to write like braces written or this keyword is all here. We not required to write. Within one line we can access any data by using arrow functions.
Okay. So there is a one we can say keyword in the JavaScript functions arguments. So have you heard about it? Arguments.
Yes, yes.
So are you
In
able to access that arguments in the arrow function?
access.
Are we
Yes, we
able to
can.
access? Are you sure?
Yeah, we can pass that arguments. For example, inside array we can pass a comma b. That array values we can pass as a arguments, right? 1 comma 2. We can access it.
Okay, and what about rest operator? Then why we use a rest operator in arrow function?
In rest operator, for example, we have rest operator 3 dots we can declare. Here, for example, I have multiple array values with only one multiple arguments I want to access with only by using only one parameter. At that time, I will use this rest operator.
Okay, but that is I'm saying when we should use a rest operator.
Yeah, for example, in inside the arguments, if I pass I don't know how much arguments is there.
Hmm.
I can access each and every argument. At that time, we can use this rest operator with one like 3 dots with a, for example. This a can grab all that arguments.
Okay. Yep. So there is a one difference. We cannot access arguments keyword in the arrow function. Okay. So that is why we use a rest operator. Okay.
Arguments keyword it is not.
Yeah, that is I'm saying we are not able to access that in the arrow
Okay.
function. So, yep. Okay. So I'm pasting one small example in the chat. Okay. So can you tell me the output of this as well? Yep, I have pasted. So we have an array and array has a value 1, 2, 3 and we're assigning number of 10 equal to 11. So what it will do?
It will do like 1, 2, 3, dash, dash, dash. Like at the place of 10th, it will give 11.
Dash means what? What it will add?
Here, no values is there, right? So there, dash, it will display.
Dash means how the dash means you meant to say minus sign? Dash means
Yes.
are you sure it will
Yes,
add that?
minus. Yes.
Okay, so it will add the undefined over there, not the dash. Because that value is not defined, correct? You are not assigning the value on that location of the array. So it will assign the dash, not the dash undefined.
Oh,
Yeah, okay. So now tell me what is undefined and undeclare?
undefined value. As you said before, value is not assigned any variable. This, if we want to access, that is called undefined. For example, let a that
Hmm.
a without assigning any value I can access I can access. This is called undefined. And undeclared means without declaration, like let a also is not there, but I am accessing that value, some variable is called undeclared.
Okay. Okay. So what are the data types we have?
We have number, boolean, string, undefined, null.
Hmm.
uh, these were data types.
Okay. We have object array as well.
Yeah. Yes. Non-primitive data types.
Yeah, correct. Okay. Okay. We'll move to the next questions. Okay. So what is array destructuring?
Uh, Array destructuring is we can access values.
Hmm.
We can access any values, like within array we can reassign that values. If, if we want to Like by using temp variable, we can swap any values. But here destructuring, without the temp extra variable, we can directly swapping. This is the I think this is the one of the example of destructuring.
Hmm.
Particular
So what is function currying in JavaScript?
uh, function carrying is a transformation of a function. Like we can pass the call it. We can call as like f of a within braces f of a f of B, C, like that we can call. We can pass each and every value individually.
Do you know how to write that example?
Yes. In chat, can I?
You can share your screen and you can open JS Fiddle as well. Let me ping the URL. Open JS Fiddle in the browser. JS Fiddle.
Uh-huh.
Yep. No, no, no. JS Fiddle. Yep. First one. Okay. Open it. Okay. So create an example to get the sum of the all the functions or arguments. Scroll that make that white div bigger. So you will find uh, there is option to above. White div is there, correct? Just hold it and do scroll up it up. Yep. But yep. Okay. So what is the mistake over here? You are created one add a function. It is expecting two variables, but you are sending one.
But I am passing two different.
But how that your return a plus b will know that you are expecting another variable?
Like arraying, we can pass this format, right? So,
That is correct, but your function is wrong.
okay.
This is also wrong. I meant to say line number 1 to 3, whatever you have written, that is incorrect. Okay, so I think you you can read about it. Actually, you need to return one more function from below, and it will be having access of a plus b over there. Okay, and if I want to pass some parameter to outer function, then see, you have written Sita. I want to get Sita Ram from that. So how can I do that?
Like we need to access Sita Ram both
Yes.
names,
So
right?
outer function will expect Sita and inner function will take Ram. So it should return Sita Ram.
Okay.
That is correct. Don't remove that. Now pass your data to one parameter, inner data. There is a right another name. Another take another variable over there in the inner. No, no, that is correct. In a inner function, take another parameter, anything, input or anything. A, correct? Okay. Now concat A name plus return your return name only, correct? So you need to pass plus AG.
But this name,
You will pass it from the data.
this parameter will not take for
You need
this.
to pass to data. You are accessing data.name, correct? Over there, pass your another parameter. Remove that name and create that data. The way you write outer, write down the same data and pass. No, no, pass parameter. How to pass parameter to the function? The way. Yeah. Okay. Now you are returning that.
Okay.
Got it? So this is how closure works actually. Correct. So now you are able to access that name from line number 1 to 3. So do you
Yes.
know what is the term we use for this? Why we are able to access it? What we told, what we say it.
Like closest purpose is inner function can access all the outer function values and variables.
Yep. So that is lexical scoping. That is what we call lexical scoping.
Yeah, both are same, right?
No, I meant to say
Like,
this is correct. This is correct. But the way we are able to access the variable from parent to child, we say it as a lexical scoping. The name variable
yes.
is now in the lexical of the outer function. So that is why we are able to access it. That is what I am saying. Yep. So that is correct. No worries. Okay. So have you heard about modules in JavaScript?
Uh, no, in Angular we have, but JavaScript I'm
No, no,
not
not
much
that
sure.
module, not that module, not that app.dot module. I'm asking JavaScript modules.
Not sure.
Okay. So what is the difference between shallow copy and deep copy?
Okay, for example, inside object, if we assign any object to, if we copy original object to duplicate object, if we change any value inside the duplicate value, original object related values also will change. So this is the drawback of objects. So to overcome this, the shallow copy and deep copy will coming into picture. In shallow copy, we can use spread operator or else object dot assign or object dot stringify. By using this, if we change any modification, if we do in duplicate object, it will not affect to original object. In deep copy, this functionality will not work in nested objects. So to overcome this, deep copy will coming into picture. Here in deep copy, we can use JSON parse and JSON stringify.
Okay, so shallow copy, so the way when we use a spread operator, so is it shallow copy or deep copy?
Shallow copy.
Okay, are you sure?
Yeah, shallow copy and spread operator and object dot assign string. These are Shallow copy comes under shallow copy, and deep copy is JSON parse, JSON simplify. If we use this comes under deep copy.
Okay. And to make a deep copy, what you have to do?
We can send object dot sorry JSON parse and JSON simplify that particular array we can duplicate array we can.
Okay. You mean to say JSON.stringify and JSON.parse.
Yes.
Okay. Suppose you have very huge object. It has 1000 keys and values. Then do you think this is the better way to do? Because we are converting that object to string and then again string to object. Okay, so there is one option, structural clone is there. You can note down this and you can read about it. So structural clone does the deep copy for us. Okay, so you don't need to do this way because this is the older way. So you can read about more about it.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Structural clone, I meant to say. Correct.
Clone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Note down. Okay. So what is immediately invoke function?
Uh, Immediately it will call immediately, like within seconds it will give output with that syntax is like normal brace inside only with function. uh, can I wait, I will share in chat function. We can call like this. This is the immediately invocable function. Without name, a function name, we can call it.
Correct. So what is the advantage of it?
Uh, like without function name, if I want to call any data, we can use this immediately invocable function. And one more thing is, it will give if we want to some particular solution immediately, we can approach this process.
Okay.
Like in normal function, now we can call any after some other time we can use normal function, like you can call anywhere and it will but immediately invocable function it is not possible to call some after some other time.
Okay. Correct. Okay. So what is async await?
If I want to hold some part of the execution to some time, we can use this async and await,
Okay.
like asynchronous programming to
Mm-hmm.
we want.
Okay. So what is pure function?
Pure function, like we can pass pure function is it always same result it will give, even if until we change the values and parameters.
Okay. Read about this bit more.
Okay.
Okay. So last question. What is debouncing and throttling?
Okay, debouncing. For example, in if I write any input box, some data like I want particular data Dhatri, but every time we mention D H A, every time that function will call, it will be if it will be take more time, and so to overcome this, debouncing is coming into picture. When the data is complete Dhatri, if we write at that time only, that function will call. This is debouncing concept. And
Mhm.
throttling, how many times that function is executed within particular time. This is the concept of throttling.
Okay. So have you tried that example?
Uh,
Create debouncing in the JavaScript?
Practical way, I did not try it anytime.
Okay. Try it
Okay.
because it sometimes interview verb will ask you to write down. Okay.
Okay.
I think we have covered it's a bit tricky questions as well. So do you have any question for me now?
Anywhere I need to improve any concepts.
I think I have told you to write down some questions, correct?
Yes,
So
yes.
work on those, because those are some, as your experience is increasing now, so the questions getting also harder, correct? So
Yes.
try to learn the things thoroughly and in the depth. So you talked about the immediately invoke function, correct? We are calling that function as soon as we are calling it, writing it, correct? So there are a
Mm.
couple of things we can hide the our variables outside of the function, correct? And if I want to access that variable, then how to access that? So that is where the closure comes with the lexical scoping. That is why I was asking you what is lexical scoping and what is closure. So I thought that you will relate now in the immediately no function. So think through like these things, so it will help you to understand the concept in the more deep and the practical way.
Okay.
Okay.
HTML and CSS, no questions is there.
I don't ask on those questions related, because you can say that the common question, what is semantic, what is local storage, what is session storage. Those are the common questions used, mostly asked. In the CSS, you can, what is SCSS? What is the advantage of SCSS? Then what is specificity? Sometimes interviewer will ask you to create a center, div as a center of the page. So these are the common things, actually common questions related to. But see, if the interviewer is hiring you, he will test your JavaScript and the best language framework, Angular or React. So they will focus 80% on that, 20% of the rest of things. So as a UI developer, you should be working on the HTML, CSS. So you, that is considerable. So you worked on that and you are know about it. But it is the better way to have the depth knowledge in the JavaScript, correct?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. Okay. Any
Thank
other
you.
question? Let me know.
Uh,
Yeah. And
Nothing.
yep, yep. And you can do one thing. You can connect with on the Instagram. So if you have any questions, so we can connect over there as well. So I can reply over there as well to you.
Okay, fine. I will.
Okay. Yep. Chalo. Okay. Chalo. Bye bye.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Thanks for your
Yes.
time.
Yep. Yep. Best of luck. Bye bye.